All right. First win of the season, man. First win of the season under the belt. First home game as well. First win at home for the season. I'm glad to have it. Glad to see it. Glad to witness it. We're going to get into everything, man. We're going to get into everything. Welcome in, everybody, to the live. Take a moment here, just let everybody come in, the live viewers, everybody that was watching Tottenham thrash Charlton in the Carabao Cup. We're about to cover all of that, man. We're about to cover all of that, so don't worry. We'll go over the stats, what happened in the game, some of my thoughts, best player, worst player, the deserve to get it right. We'll cover all of that. But first, while we're here, hey, give yourselves a round of applause for being here. You could have been anywhere, right? Watching any match reaction all across YouTube, Carabao Cup action all across the English Football League, but you chose to be here with De La Spurs, and that's what matters to me. I don't know about you. That's what matters to me. That means a lot. It means a whole lot. I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're doing for me, brother. Come on, man. We feeling good. Got a win under the belt. We feeling good. Got a good vibe going. Hopefully y'all's Wednesdays are going well. Hump day and everything. Let's waste no more time, man. Let's go ahead and get on to it. It is De La Spurs live, another edition of the show. We are coming to you live on Wednesday. What is it? August 26th. Second round FA Cup action for Tottenham as they face Charlton at home. Thrashed them 5-1. We'll go over everything as far as the game, but first, tell me how you're feeling, folks. Let me know how you're feeling in the live chat. Tell me how you feel after the win. It's a good win. Was it a good performances? Who stood out to you? All that stuff. Let me know in the live chat what you thought about the game and everything. While you're looking down there, go ahead. Feel free to take a moment as well. Go ahead and like the live stream if you could. Like the live stream for me. Subscribe to the YouTube, De La Spurs YouTube. And when you do, you want to hit that notification bell. When you hit that notification bell, it's going to let you know when I'm going live. I usually post, so it'll notify you when I'm posting, when I'm going live, when the live start and everything like that. So if you want to be on top of everything, De La Spurs, you want to get in on this, man, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know what it is. Also, as well, feel free to share the content with anybody that you know, friends, family members, anybody that enjoys Tottenham Hotspur content, Premier League content as well. If you got any family members that are just following the Carabao Cup, hey, shoot them over to De La Spurs. I appreciate everything that you guys are doing and everything. Everybody who's fucking with the show, fucking with the live stream, I appreciate it all in all. Well, man, I guess there's really nowhere else to go, man. We might as well just go ahead and hit on it. Tottenham 5, Charlton 1. Now, before we kind of get into the game review of this is the Carabao Cup second round, so this is not necessarily any sort of intense game. I don't think as far as the lineup and everything that we were put up, I imagine there's going to be some changes, especially with us turning around and playing on Saturday. I think it's 3-4 day turnaround. So there's definitely going to be some changes in that lineup. I wasn't sure we were going to go with the strongest lineup. As far as our history in the Carabao Cup, I forgot how far we made it last season, but I don't think we made it that far. So good start to this season. Good way to get some good juju, especially playing a team that's not necessarily of that highest level of the Premier League. We obviously struggled against Brentford, so, having a game as a buffer between Brentford and Newcastle like Charlton, maybe that did some good for the team. Gave us some time to look over some things, some tactics, and try to implement those small things. Give some more opportunity for any members, any fringe members in the squad, things like that. So, man, If you ask me, I think all in all, it's a cup game. We have to play it. But ultimately, I think it kind of came at a good time. The second game of the season, there's so much crisis that was going on around Brentford and us losing 3-0 away from home in the first game. So I'm really happy that this game kind of served as the buffer. We were able to kind of bring some calmness and some cool to the fans, to the players as well. Like I said, we got another home win. I mean, I know we got less than 10 home wins on the calendar year, but, first one of the season, first one of the Carabao Cup. Hopefully we can get one on Saturday against Newcastle, but home win, like I said, opposition is not as strong as the Premier League, but hey, we're going to get into the game review, what we thought about everything that happened. Now, first of all, I thought the first 30 minutes were trash. Ask me, I thought that was the worst 30 minutes we played. It looked worse. It looked worse than what we were playing at Brentford, to be honest. Like it was worse than what we were doing at Brentford. It was it just felt like there was a lack of energy. We couldn't hold the ball, couldn't keep the ball, couldn't really progress the ball into any dangerous areas and create chances. As far as it wasn't necessarily that we were giving the ball away, but it wasn't like we were being dominated as far as like possession throughout the game. We were dominating the possession, but it just felt we were the attacks and everything were breaking down. Progressing the ball was breaking down on our end. Our passing was the issue. So it was very frustrating that first 30 minutes of the game, and I think a lot of fans were frustrated. They didn't know what to do. A lot of people were scratching their heads. De Zerbi, he was looking down. He was looking frustrated as well. Nothing was clicking. Luckily, we were able to get some goals towards the end of the first half. Mikey Moore, got to give a shout out. Oh, hold up. Where is it? Got to give a shout out to Mikey Moore. Got his first goal as Tottenham Hotspur first team senior member, I guess is the proper terminology for it. So got to give a shout out to Mikey Moore. He did his thing there. Nice goal, taking it in. I think that was off his left foot, just a rocket into the top corner. So nice goal by Mikey Moore. Getting that goal is exactly what we needed. We go into the half 2-0 up. I think it was pretty calm at that point. I think we knew we were going to finish Charlton off. So all the other extra goals were just extra, a little bit of icing on top of the cake. All in all, as far as like the performance, man, still a little iffy. If you ask me, as good as it feels to, finally get a win, it's still a little iffy as far as what I suspect that we'll be able to do this season. But go ahead, moving on to the starting lineups. Let's take a look at these starting lineups. Now, for me, right, again, I knew there was going to be some changes that were coming for the Carabao Cup just due to the quick turnaround we have in the Premier League on Saturday. But the starting lineups were as followed. Kinski in goal, got another start. Listen, Kinski couldn't hold a clean sheet. If you ask me, yes, there could have been some better defending on the set piece goal, but man, ball just dribbled right between his legs. So, Kinski is not having a strong start to the season. He's not been making good saves. It's not as bad as what was happening at Atletico Madrid, but Kinski has been struggling, and I wonder if it's more of a mental thing because he's definitely had some good performances where he's played well. He's definitely had some performances where he showed physically, as far as his skills, capability on the ball. He can pass, he can stretch out to make those quick saves. He has that reaction to make those snap saves from in close, but right now, he has been struggling. I'm not sure if there's something going on mentally. I'm not sure if he's nervous because now he's the number one. He has nowhere else to hide. He can't hide behind Vicario. He can't be subbed out. If he has a couple of bad games for another goalkeeper, he is the number one. And, I would like to hope and believe that Dubravka isn't necessarily the number two, but he is the number two. And if that's the case, I think he also knows in the back of his mind he's got a grown man who's a senior in his position that's ready to come in, and that if Dubravka has some good showings, which I highly doubt, but if he ever did, that could also mean his spot as well in the team again. So I'm not sure if there's anything going on mentally with Kinski, but he has been out of it. Kinski has been out of it. That back line goes Archie Gray at right back, Van Heck, Ben Davies, who I have no idea why we're even playing Ben Davies, and Destiny Udogie out on the left. In that midfield, we have Bentancur, Mateus Fernandez, who finally gets his first start, and Lucas Bergvall, which was nah. I mean, just I don't know, man. We should have got rid of this dude a long time ago. I have no idea why he's still on this team. It looks like he's not interested. It looks like he's getting the starting time that he wants, but he's not playing well. And you can tell that he's getting now he's getting frustrated at himself because all that time he was saying, during the summer, I just want an opportunity to play in the first team. I see that my opportunity is going away. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to get a move. Okay, well, you didn't. Well, we didn't accept the offer. Whether he accepted Nottingham Forest, I can't remember or not, but I know that Tottenham denied the deal because we wanted more money. I don't know why we think he's worth more than 40 million, or up to 50 million. I think it was up to 50 million, that deal for Bergvall, right? But anyway, my point is there's a deal on the table for him. He could have gone. We didn't take the deal. I don't think there's going to be a better deal for him, especially since he's stinking up the place in his performances now. No team is going to want him. He had that mystery, that allure from the World Cup that we could have got 50 million for him, but we didn't capitalize on it. Now we're going to be stuck with Bergvall for the season, and he's been stinking up the place. He's been playing like absolute shit. So Bergvall, I'm not happy he's here. Another shit player. Going up to the attack, we have Matisse Tell. Matisse Tell, shit player. And we're going to talk about that, right? Because Superstar came in, right? Rolls Royce came in, right? That Chrysler out there on the left sure looked like a Chrysler when that Rolls Royce came in. Boy, when that Rolls Royce pulled in, that fucking Chrysler had to get pulled off the lot. But yeah, Matisse Tell out on the left, Dominic Solanke in the middle, Mikey Moore out on the right. So you can see there, he looks like he's going to be the star of the match with a goal, assist from the youngster, the academy product coming in. Not his first start necessarily for the senior team, but got his first goal. Is that his first assist as well for the senior team? So either way, a benchmark game for him coming out, standing out in the Carabao Cup. So good for Mikey Moore. Got to give him some props as well for getting the start. But yeah, those were the starting lineups. Like I said, I was kind of looking, I was expecting some changes. So not too peeved, but Bergvall and Tell just get under my skin. They just get under my skin. Let's go ahead and move on to the statistics of the match. Here, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the first. We are looking at Tottenham's statistics. Just so you know, Tottenham is in the green. Charlton is in the blue. We are on the left side of this column. Charlton is on the right as well. If you looked over to the match momentum, we are in the green. You can see the goals that we've scored. So if that's a little bit of a, little bit more of a help for you. But looking at the stats, first half, 76% possession of the ball, but 0 big chances created. Again, that was probably... Again, those first 30 minutes are probably some of the saddest football we've seen, even though we were dominating possession, just needlessly giving the ball away, not creating anything, just bad play on the eye. Players like Archie Gray, Matisse Tell, they just don't do anything. They don't do anything on the eye. They don't do anything statistically. They just do not move the needle. So struggling in those first 30 minutes to even get anything. So you see 9 total shots. Looking at the attacking, let's continue here. 9 total shots. Only have to make 1 save. We had 7 corner kicks, 4 fouls, 315 passes in the first half, 7 tackles apiece. Dominated in the free kicks. Also had a yellow card as well from Bergvall. As you can see, looking from the attacking point we were going, mainly down that right side. So that right side, who was playing on the right side? Mikey motherfucking Moore. So Mikey Moore was obviously the catalyst of a lot of our attacking play. It's interesting, right? That we spend 45 million. What was it? 40 million on Bergvall, 45 million on Matisse Tell, and for whatever reason, right? Our youth academy product, Mikey Moore, only takes about 2 games to put numbers on the board where Matisse Tell has not. So I think that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed that the youngster that we bought has still not been able to compete with the senior players that we brought in, and now he's not competing with the youth academy products that we're just producing ourselves. Looking at the attack again, no big chances or anything created. Mikey Moore did get his goal though, so that's nice. I know Solanke got 1-2 as well. Looking at the duels, just edged them in the duels. 17 out of the 29 won, 9 out of the 17, and 3 out of the 9 dribbles we completed. Also taking a look at the passes, 276, 7 throw-ins, 48 final third entries. So again, not from a lack of like Charlton was playing some stand-up defense or that they were pressing us, that we were getting the ball, but we couldn't do anything with it. It was more of we were getting into those areas, but we just lacked any creativity on the ball. We have no outstanding creative number 10 player. We have no really outstanding creative player, really, in that lineup. So just really struggling to create anything. As you can see here from the crosses, 14 crosses, 0 of them connected. So that just further solidifies the fact that we didn't have anybody out there that was able to create anything on the offensive end. The goals that we got, ball kind of fell to Solanke for that second goal. The first one, Mikey Moore just goes on a run by himself, cuts in and bangs it into the top corner. There's not really anything creative about that. That's just more of taking advantage of the situation, which, hey, I'm more than happy to do that. You got to get goals like that eventually at some point. But as you can see when it comes to games like Brentford, what we're probably going to see against Newcastle on Saturday, we're going to be struggling for creativity. And when the level of team and their defense is more and more elevated, it just our attack falls flat. They fall flat. So worrying, very worrying, very worrying. Taking a look at the second half though, 69%. Got a little bit more possession. Again, no big chances created. Charlton at least had one big chance. They at least had one big chance. I'm not sure if that was from their set piece. I can't really remember. But they had one big chance to our 0 big chances created. So there you go. 11 shots in that second half. Goalkeeper had to make 2 saves to their 4. 4 corner kicks. 300 passes as well. 3 free kicks. They had more tackles than us. Again, higher concentration on that right side going down the play, especially once Savio got in. My boy Savio came in. We're going to talk about that in the subs impact, but seeing here in the shots, more shots on target, more shots at goal. Expected goals were 0 though. 7 shots inside of the box, 4 shots from outside. As you can see there from the pass map still. In the second half, we were going from left to right. So if you're looking at that diagram, a lot of passes in the halfway line, and then a third of the passes forward. So we were playing majority progressive football, playing majority in Charlton's half. As you can see here from the passes, 280 passes, 10 throw-in, 32 final third entries. Some better crosses, 3 out of 12, and then 5 out of the 9 long balls. Just looking at the defending, looking at the tackles. They won more tackles. They were doing more of the defending. We have more recoveries, which makes sense since they are having to cycle the ball out. So all in all, I mean, just to kind of go ahead and get on to the next topic, because I got to talk about my boy. Because, I mean, we got to talk about it. Savinho. comes in 2 goals if you really want to count it. Technically one. Second one bounced off of Ben Davies. Golly, I hate that he's even still here at the club. But Savinho comes in with 2 goals. Goal and assist, technically 2 goals. He just comes in and just the way he attacks players, just the way he's attacking defenders. Again, like I said, when you see him on the ball, when he gets on the ball, the way he's standing, his stature, his relaxation, it's like he knows what he's going to do before the defender even thinks of how he's going to be able to stop him. And ultimately, you saw Charlton had no answer for him. Now, granted, this is Charlton. Right? So this is not a Premier League team. Again, if Savinho gets to start on Saturday, which he should, hopefully he should. If he doesn't, after that performance, that might as well be that pretty much might as well be strike 2 for De Zerbi. If he watches Savinho from this game and doesn't start him out on the right versus Newcastle, that will be strike 2. I'm gonna put that right there. Put a pin in that right there. But watching Savinho's performance, the way he was going at defenders, man, even if it is a Newcastle, even if it is a Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea, Brighton, who else you want to throw in there? Nottingham Forest, Fulham, who else you want to throw in there? He looks like a Dane. He looks like a baller, man. He's a proper baller. We have to remember, too, this guy is like 22, 23, so he's still a pretty young player. This isn't like, a matured player with years and years of experience. This player still has room to grow in his game. You can tell from the excitement in his face after he scored the goal. He wants to do something special here at Tottenham. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to necessarily manifest to, trophies and things like that, but he wants to make his name known. He wants to make some noise, and that's exactly why he wanted to come to Tottenham. He knew that would be a fresh opportunity for him going out of Man City. No offense to Man City, not like they were a bad team or anything, but he just wasn't going to get his place to shine. Going from a Pep to Maresca and that systemized football just didn't suit him. But you can see here, De Zerbi, and I hope he does. De Zerbi just kind of gave him the keys. Give that ball to Savinho. Let him do his thing. Let him cut in on his left foot. Let him dictate the ball. You make the runs on the inside. Do this. Drag a runner here. Do that. Let me take on my man. You saw that he grabbed the opportunity. And again, I get this is Charlton, right? But if there's anything that we can try to take from that performance from Savinho, is that he is miles better than motherfucking Matisse Tell or Wilson Odebear. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to see Matisse Tell or Wilson Odebear near the starting lineup again. And once we get Marmoush, if we are able to get another winger before the deadline, oh man, I would put Mikey Moore right now ahead of Matisse Tell. Mikey Moore has a goal and assist, like Savinho. Mikey Moore, Youth Academy product. Savinho, player that we just bought. Solanke, another player we just bought. It's not that good. All these players can score. Matisse Tell is the only player out there that was shit. The only attacker out there that couldn't do shit with that Charlton team. What are you telling me? We need to give this player time. He's awful. He's got to go. I'm sorry. Matisse Tell is done. It's done. This game packed him up. A Youth Academy product and a player we just bought did better than him against less opposition. There you go. That's all you need. You don't need more time. You don't need to see him play another game. You don't need to see him come off the bench, be an impact sub. You don't need to see him play in the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Conference League, Europa League games. You don't need to see him do shit. He's done. F it. Dead. In the water. It's Done. OV. All right. I don't want to see Matisse Tell near this team. I don't want to see Wilson Oderbear near this team. Fucking what's his name? Who's the Asian dude that we bought? I forgot about him. I don't even know if he's even on this squad, but if he is on this squad, I don't want to see him near this. Yo, sell these players and get them the fuck out, right? Ultimately, what this also proved as well is that hold on. Let me do this because I'm just going off. What this also ultimately proved as well is that the policy, our transfer policy, which in fact, if you ask me, was actually pretty fucking lazy by just saying we were in a relegation fight last season, so let's just buy players who've only played in the Premier League next season to rectify it. I mean, how fucking lazy is that recruitment strategy? But I digress. Making even that small of a tweak, just with the players, the level of players that you're bringing in, just how much progression has been made since last season. The level of player that's so much better. Mateus Fernandez taking control of the game. Van Heck in the back. Savinho out on the right. Just look how high-level player these are compared to your Bergvals, Archie Grays, Matisse Tells, which is 1 out of 7 games. They might do something cool. They might do something that stands out. And then fans have to sit there and try to fucking hype that for a third of the season so that nobody turns on them again. So that we don't pay attention to all the mistakes and all the horrible play they made outside of that one game. So for me, honestly, Savinho cooked. All right, let's get that. Savinho cooked. Okay. Mikey Moore cooked. All right. You can at least say Solanke got a goal. Solanke got a goal. All right. Matisse Tell. Absolute garbage. He doesn't deserve to be on this team. He doesn't deserve to start. Honestly, he doesn't even have his name on that fucking team sheet when it comes to Newcastle. But I know the history with Tottenham. I know how this club is. I'm sure Savinho's ankle is going to turn into a twisty tie at some point, and we're going to need him to come back, Matisse Tell to come back in. So it is what it is. But right now, I rather enjoy. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm just gonna enjoy. I'm gonna enjoy watching Savinho play. Once Marmoush comes in, Marmoush at the striker. Mikey Moore out on the left, which is his natural position as well, too. So you're talking about playing Mikey Moore out of his position so that you can just give Savinho an opportunity. But put Mikey Moore in his natural position, put him out left, play Savinho out on the right. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. I got the reverse. Savinho goes out on the left. You can put Savinho out on the left, even though he was put out on the right where he's not necessarily his natural position. He was still cooking people. So you put Savinho out on the right, or Savinho on the left, Kudus out on the right, Mikey Moore out on the right, Marmoush at the striker, maybe put in Solanke, sell Richarlison, another one. There's a reason why we didn't see him in this game. Richarlison, I'm sorry. Another one. Get him the fuck out of here. I don't give a fuck what you got to do, what you got to say, what you got to sell him for. Get him out. The level of player that we're bringing in is way better than him. He is no longer a ceiling. He is no longer a floor. He is no longer potential. He is no longer surplus to requirements. He is dead to me. No longer needed at this squad. Get him the fuck out. Honestly, get him out. Tell, Oderbear, Charlton. You could put Ben Davies in there as well. You know, he got a goal. He's just standing there. What? I could have got a goal today if I was Ben Davies, right? He was standing there. All right, get him out. Get them out of here. I'm so serious. Like it's ridiculous at this point that we still have these players on this team, and the fact that these players come in, you see how the ceiling is raised so high, but then you have the lowest floors of the Archie Grays and Bergvals out there. Just, oh my gosh, it's so frustrating to watch. But in time, I probably say by at least Christmas, depending on how we finish this transfer window by Christmas, these players are going to be phased out. It's just going to naturally happen because they're just naturally not good enough to keep up. That's just what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, sorry, I just had to go out on a rant. You don't know how excited I was to see Savinho play. You don't know how excited I was to see a real attacker on this team. It's been too long. Harry Kane was sold 2 years ago. A son was sold a year ago. It's only been a year, and it feels like a lifetime. Oh my goodness. I'm just so happy we have real attackers now. Once Marmoush comes in, it's just going to be even better. We'll go from there. Best player versus worst player. Now, I don't even really think we need to take a look at the stat sheets for this. But just so you know, again, look at the players that are in the green. Notice a trend with all the players out there on the field that are in the green. Notice the players that are in the orange, yellow, or red. And I'm not talking about Charlton, the team on the right, because their whole team is in yellow and red and orange. I'm talking about on the left with Tottenham. Matisse Tell, Lucas Bergvall, Archie Gray. You throw Kinski in there as well because he's a goalkeeper, but that's really just from one moment. He was only asked to do one thing. He couldn't do it in that one moment, but it was only really one thing. But Archie Gray, Bergvall, Matisse Tell, who do you think I'm going to choose who the worst player is? Well, might as well just go ahead and the drum roll. Matisse Tell. Of course, I was going to choose Matisse Tell. Tear out of the attackers. Everybody that came in on the attack. Hell, fucking Ben Davies got a goal today. Ben Davies got a goal. He's not even an attacker. Kevin Danzo came in and got a goal. Mikey Moore, Youth Academy product, who's younger than you. He's younger than you, by the way. Matisse Tell came in and scored. Savinho, certified baller. He's 22. It's not like he's decades older than you. He's about, what, 5 years older than you at the max? I think Matisse Tell is 19. So 3 or 4 years older. If Matisse Tell is 18, then yeah, 4 or 5 years older than him. So person that we bought, baller that we bought did better than you. Youth Academy did better than you. Defender that we wanted to keep did better. Defender that we didn't even need to keep that shouldn't even be playing got a goal today. And you did nothing as an attacker. You did absolutely nothing today. You contributed nothing to today's win. And we scored 5 goals. How the fuck is that possible? Matisse Tell, sorry, buddy. Worst player of the game. Now, who's the best player of the game? Now, we got a couple of candidates, right? Obviously, you see my boy Mikey Moore, Savinho, Solanke got a goal. You can see, Bentancur got an assist as well. Mateus Fernandez. Who was the best player of the game? I gotta give it to Mikey Moore, man. Gotta give Mikey Moore the best player of the game, man. Come on. Youth Academy product coming in, goal and assist. First goal was a banger, just took it himself. No creativity out there from the senior players. Had to take responsibility. Said, hey, man, let me just do myself. Banger into the top corner. Also got an assist as well today. Benchmark game for the kid. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. Hopefully this means there's more to come. I'll be happy. Whoa. Wow. Whoa.
Bruh.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
Okay. But yeah, hopefully there's more performances that are similar to Mikey's more performance today that we could continue to see. So I'm happy. I'm happy for him. Gave him best player. I think he deserves it. I'm not sure if he'll get that start on Saturday. Hopefully he does. They stick Savinho out on the left, put him back out on the right, put Solanke out the attack. That's my attack. I mean, we'll talk about this on Friday when I do the preview stream, but that's what I would do. I would let him continue his good form and let him get another start. Last question from the match. Did Deserby get it right? I'm going to have to. Now, I wasn't happy with the starting lineup again. Very confused about Archie Gray at right back, but I know that we don't have anybody else. I think that's something that has the higher ups, Lynch and Vinay and whoever else running the transfers right now need to address in getting another right back. But and then as well, Bergval again. Bergval getting another start. I don't think he needs another start, but he wanted to obviously make some change some players out with Carabao Cup in the middle of the week when we got Newcastle on Saturday, which will also be a physically intensive game. We're going to want our best players healthy and available for that. So I can understand those changes being made. Ultimately, throughout the game, the tactics were correct. We were dominant on the ball. I don't think there's necessarily any players that were out of place. In the second half when he made his changes, I think he got the changes right. I mean, Charlton, again, it's not necessarily of any high level, so still would expected us to dominate the game, even making subs, but the subs that he made were impacts to the game out directly made, impacts got goals and assists. So, Deserby, you got it right. Got your first one right of the season, my boy. Hope you take that. Yes, take that. Thank you, audience. Thank you so much. Take that into Saturday with your decision making. All right. Make some good decisions as far as the starting lineups, your substitutions. Just remember, Premier League and this are completely different. that's all I'm gonna say. They're completely different. So if you think Newcastle is gonna mimic anything close to Charlton on Saturday, you're absolutely wrong. So if you want to try to mimic this starting lineup, I don't think it'd be the best idea. But no, I think Deserby got it right ultimately today. Tactics were right. I think the players themselves have to take it. The players themselves really have to take advantage of these games. There's not really much a manager can do or say to get a player up for playing Charlton. The player themselves has to find the motivation to run back, has to find the motivation to hustle, has to find the motivation the ball in the back of the net, find the motivation to communicate and defend and do whatever they need to do out there on the field. That's more on the player than it is the manager, right? I don't think Charlton was necessarily playing any sort of tactical chess with us. I don't think their manager was making a whole bunch of changes to confuse us. So ultimately, I think it's a pretty simple game to win if you do everything right. We got some things right today, so that's why we got such a significant scoreline. So yeah, Deserby, I think he did good. He got it right. Take that into Saturday with what you will, and hopefully we can continue on this good form. But all in all, pretty much for the match reaction. I mean that's really the big thing. 5-1. Good win. Really win. I would love to have those goals, add that to the goal difference, add that to our record, but we are still 0 wins in the Premier League, 0 points, I think -3 goal difference. So going into Newcastle, I think there's definitely some positives we can take away from this game. Again, Savinho. Put him in the game. Let him start. I think Omar Mouche, everything is signed. Medical is done. I would also throw him into the game as well. But we know Savinho can do something. He can make magic happen. Even when he was out there on the right, not in his natural position, he was able to make stuff happen. So Savinho needs to have some influence in the game, whether he's coming off the bench or starting. I definitely would rather have him start. We need to see Savinho in that game. Another takeaway from this game that we can kind of bring into Newcastle as well. Something that I think we need to be on the lookout for, and another pin to put in, another pin to pad you can use is Kinski's performance and performances. And I don't know what's going on with him mentally. I don't know if it's uh, anxiety. I don't know if he's anxious about being the number one for Tottenham. I'm not sure if there's anything personally going on with him, with like family life, within himself. But he's just been off the ball for me the first two games, and I'm really nervous because Newcastle is one of those teams where historically they have not given us an easy match, neither home or away. And if Kinski is not going to be up for it, I wait for it to be a situation. Not saying there'll be a meltdown like Atletico Madrid, but I would hate to see a situation. I mean, similar to Brentford, where you're making saves. Saves aren't the best saves. You're knocking balls back into the dangerous areas. The goal he conceded today, set piece goal, ball is coming directly at you. You just miss time, trying to close the gap between the legs to try to make the save. Like that small stuff right there. I really hope that doesn't stick out in Newcastle because they will take advantage of it. We will lose that game. And ultimately, it won't do anything for his confidence. He'll probably continue to go down. So I just hope that he'll be able to pick it up from here. It would have been great for his confidence to get that clean sheet. And like I said, yes, maybe there could have been some better defending on the set piece, but that's on him. Like that's on you, Kinski. So if you wanted that clean sheet, you wanted your confidence boost, having 0 goals, and you should have did better, man. You should have did better. But I think that's something we need to be on the lookout for Newcastle, man. I'm not sure what's going on with him, what's going on in his head, but it doesn't really seem like he's in it as far as making the saves and all that. Another thing to take away, I mean, Mateus Fernandez, I think, has to start. We didn't see Tonali play at all today, so whether that's from an injury, a knock, secret injury that we don't know about, whether that's simply resting, I think we need to see Mateus Fernandez and Tonali in that midfield. I don't think we need to be taking any chances with putting Bergvall out there. I don't think we need to be putting any chances with who else? I mean, we can use Conor Gallagher as if we have to play with the 10. But if we play in this 3, Conor Gallagher, Mateus Fernandez, Tonali. That's my 3. We play a 4-3-3. That's got to be the 3 in the midfield. No more Bergvall. I'm sorry, but he's just not up to the level. He's not in it as well. I don't know if there's something going on mentally with him to where he's just like, I can't focus on football. I got other stuff going on, but he's not in it either. And this gravy train's got to start. Like this train's got to start. I know everybody likes to give the excuses for probably, I always say, the first 5 Premier League games, saying, it's a new season. Everybody's just kind of getting settled in. I'm not sure. We've been playing football under De Zerbi for a minute now. We've had preseason already, our first Premier League game, a Carabao Cup match. You've been here before. This is your 4th or 5th season here. If you're not with the fucking program at this point, bro, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Your head's in the clouds or your head's somewhere else at another club. And if either one of the two, you need to get gone. You need to get out of here. So honestly, if you ask me, those are just some of the things I think we can take away from this game, that we can go into Newcastle, or at least just take away in general from this game. But ultimately, I'm happy. Let me say that. That does need to be. I am happy, right? Got a home win and everything. So I am happy that we got the win, 5-1. We'll see what we do on Saturday. We'll see what's going on Saturday. But listen, folks, I appreciate your time this evening enjoying this match reaction from the Carabao Cup win. If you will, before you leave this video, take a moment in time, like this live stream, subscribe to the YouTube at De La Spurs when you do hit the notification bell to be notified when I'm going live and when I post. You can also see in the description down below my X link. You can follow that link to go follow me on X. Same thing at De La Spurs. I think it's underscore or underline for all the spaces, but same thing, De La Spurs there. Feel free to follow me on X. I'll also post the links to the YouTube and the lives there. So if you don't catch it on the YouTube or not subscribed to me there, if you follow me on X, you'll still be able to keep up with the content. Listen, man, I appreciate everybody's time. On Friday, we'll do a preview. Newcastle game at home, what the starting lineup should be, what should we be expecting from Newcastle, and all that good jazz. But until Friday is what? It's Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday. But until Friday, a couple of days, you guys take it easy. I will see you then.
Bruh.